So the other day, I was talking with my friend during dinner about some of the recent movies that came out throughout 2022, and I found myself like non-stop talking about how good some of the horror-related content this year are. And come to think of it, there was an insane amount of horror content that came out throughout this year, which are so goddamn good. So that's what I'll be talking about today. Granted, I didn't see all of them, but I'll still talk about it. I might miss out on some movies, but like these are just on top of my head, basically. So starting off the year, we have Scream, or Scream 5. It's a bit messy, whatever. And I remember watching it in cinemas before it was taken out, and I really liked it. You know, it was a very nice setup. I was able to guess one of the killers, which is kind of proud of that considering I'm a buffoon, but I really liked it. Jenna Ortega, I love her since Babysitter Killer Queen, and I'm so glad she's coming back for the sequel. One thing that bumps me out is that because it's in a Malaysian cinema, when the climax, when they are about to kill the killer for once and for all, they censored it. Like, hello, I get it, gore, not your thing, but still, I paid money to see them die. You're not gonna tell me the main killer of the movie is just gonna get censored? Why? I'm so mad. But it's fine. I enjoyed it. I think the writing was really fun. Another good sequel was Orphan First Kill, which is a prequel to the original Orphan, which came out around like 2014 or something. Don't quote me on that. And because the actors are like older now, the way they kind of like make Esther look shorter is that everyone else was wearing like taller shoes, and I think that's kind of funny. And it's like a pretty good movie for a sequel to really understand where this troubled little soul came from. And that's just fun. A movie that was not too great was definitely Halloween Ends. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Uh, it was kind of just meh. As far as all the people are talking about, there wasn't enough Michael Myers. It wasn't that much of a battle between Laurie and Michael, and then what's the stupid fucking guy's name just became the main killer or something. I don't know. I don't watch it, but like people really disliked it. So you know what? I'll put it off. Speaking of another sequel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2022 one. Yikes. Okay, haven't seen it. But based off the reviews, I don't think I want to see it. It's just kind of bland and boring. I mean, the kills are really good. Don't get me wrong. Like the fucking bus scene, kind of cringe. But like the death, ooh, chef's kiss. And like the shocking value, bringing back the legacy characters, kind of fine. Kind of underwhelming. She just dies or something. Spoilers. Oops. Hellraiser though, it's like a very good movie. I mean, I haven't seen it. I didn't catch up with the original, however, 7, 8 movies or something. It's a fun watch from what I heard, and having the thought of having a female Cenobite this time, that's kind of it's a very slay thing to do. Terrifier 2 though, holy shit! Like it's on my watch list. I haven't seen the first one, and I want to watch the first one before I watch the second one. Like it's that gory that people are walking out of theaters. I think that says something. And like I think a lot of the complaints were towards that bedroom scene, I think. And as far as I'm aware, the only reason why it was so gory and terrifying was because that was the last thing filmed before lockdown or something. And because they couldn't film anything else, they just kind of like pushed on working on the gore on that scene, and that's why it's so gory. And I think that's kind of fun. And not a masochist. I want to make that very clear. Not a masochist, but I kind of want to see it and see if I can handle it. Speaking of prequels, Prey was a really good fucking movie. It really dived into the origins of where these motherfucking predators came from, and that's just sick. It looks so good. The kills were great. It's like more raw in a sense. Like they're diving into the earlier days before the first one originally took place. There's no way I'm gonna brush past Chucky. Like, come on, it's Chucky. I mean, yes, it is a TV series, but like it still follows the continuation since Cult of Chucky, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, season one was great. The kills were amazing. Then season two, holy shit, they just fucking bumped up the stakes to like 1,000. Goddamn, I loved it. I love animatronics in general. I think having practical effects makes the movie so much more enjoyable because you can understand that the actors are actually interacting with an actual thing instead of just CGI. And just when you think the content couldn't get any staler from all the reboots and prequels and sequels, boom! Original IP like X. That movie was so good. Like it was so well made. Ty West is a freaking genius. And like, oh my gosh, the kills was so great. Jenna Ortega, brilliant as always. I love her with all my soul. And like, oh my god, Pearl, really? A prequel within the same year? That's what? That was great. I love it. It was a slower burn compared to X, but I still really enjoyed it. The kills were really nice. Storytelling's very nice. The one take of Mia Goth for like the confession scene for like 9-10 minutes, that was insane. The end credits just with her just like that was fucking great. Smile. I haven't seen the movie, but judging off what people have been talking about, it's a very welcoming entry on the list. And oh my god, the marketing for that movie is just like people smiling at baseball games or whatever. That's so creepy. Like I fucking love that shit. The marketing team is big brain, slick. The Invitation was also a movie. Fresh was a good movie. It fucked me up mentally, but it was still a good movie. Sebastian Stan. It's a good movie. I really recommend it. I don't want to spoil it for anyone in case someone hasn't watched it for some reason, but like I really liked it. Pray for the Devil is a movie that I haven't seen but heard really good words about it. Definitely need to check that out. Barbarian was also another movie that I haven't seen but I really want to. Bill Skarsgård is always a delight to watch, and I think Justin Long is in it, and Justin Long is like the face of horror or something. So I'll definitely check it out. A movie that I have seen is Bodies, 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 and it's just such a fun watch. I think that it's such a fun turn off brain movie. There's this murder mystery aspect to it, and yeah, it's definitely suspenseful. The acting is great. The kills are insanely good. Thank you. Haha. Yes, please. I will take another one. Can't talk about horror without talking about Nope, the third horror movie made by Jordan Peele. Haven't seen it, but I definitely will see it. Studio 666, another movie starring Jenna Ortega and Foo Fighters? A weird combination, but a welcoming one for sure. Don't Worry Darling is technically a horror movie, but I haven't seen it. Harry Styles, I guess. So that's good, I guess. The Menu also came out this year, and oh my gosh, I haven't seen it. It's on my watch list though. I'll get to it eventually. It's Anya Taylor-Joy. How can you not like it? Speaking of good actors and actresses, Ethan Hawke in The Black Phone, chef's kiss. Oh my gosh, seeing Ethan Hawke finally play an antagonist after being like a protagonist in Sinister is kind of fun. You know, he does a really good job conveying emotions. His acting is insanely good as usual, and the kids are fun to watch. The last on my list is Violent Night, a movie where Santa Claus kills literally everyone that tries to invade their home. How can you not like that? And that's all the movies I can think of at the top of my head for 2022. 2023 will be insane as well with sequels like Saw 10 with Tobin Bell returning. I love that. Scream 6 that I mentioned before just now. What else? Insidious. Megan is new. I can't wait to watch that. The Nun. Winnie the Pooh. Like hello. And just to name a few. Here's to another great year of horror.